All right, boys and girls, today we're starting with a monster drawing. We're going to be using all kinds of lines in our monster drawing. But let's get our materials together first. So you need something to write with, usually a pencil or a crayon. The sheets that you have here would be very, very helpful, where we can add the loopy line and we can add the castle top. So let's put in loopy and castle. Over, up, and down. There we go. There we are. So this is nice to have around so that you can refer to your different kinds of lines. So we're going to make a monster. We need our line sheet. We need our piece of paper. We will be painting, so we'll need some water for the watercolors right here. Get those ready for us. And like I said, a crayon or a dark colored pencil. I would not use, absolutely not use markers this time around. If you use markers on this and the water, they'll bleed together and it kind of makes a mess. So you kind of have to be careful with that. Alrighty, so here we go. You have to consider this great big monster face. What you're going to do is do the top of the monster. So I'm going to take a zigzag line right there. And I'm going to make that my monster fur. This is the top of my monster. And I start from, I don't know, right about almost at the middle. And I do great big zigzags. I'm doing great big zigzags for the top of my monster. There we go. And I ended a little lower on one side, and that works out. Then I have to think, I need a mouth. Do I want a happy mouth? Do I want a sad mouth? What kind of mouth do I want? So I could use curved lines, I could use wavy lines, but whatever I do, I need to go from one side to the other because this is a really big monster. I used zigzag. I don't think the dashed line, that's not going to work out very well for us. Ooh, scalloped line could. And then I could add some teeth, or that could be just the edge of his mouth. Yeah, dotted line, nope. Dotted line's not going to work very well. Well, let's go ahead. Oh, I know, I'm going to do wavy line. So I'm going to start right about here and go wavy line. There he is. There's my mouth. Do you see it? Here's the top of his head. Here's his mouth. And I need something near the bottom. Or maybe I could do some teeth. Ooh, you know what? I can do a little tooth here. Oh, look at that. There's my one-toothed monster. And then I'm going to do some curved lines. I'm just going to do a regular old curved line here. So that's just my monster head. Oh, there he is. Now, of course, I need a nose. Oh, I know. I can use a spiral line for a nose. Oh, that'll be cute. Oh, yeah, look at that. Now we need some eyes. I think I'm just going to use great big ovals. Great big ovals. There we are. And let's do a little part on the inside. Oh, I'm going to make him look, I was going to say left. I think that's your left. Yep, we're going to have him look left. There he is. Oh, and I can add some eyebrows too. I can use a scalloped line for that. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Oh, there you are. Oh, look how many lines we used for our silly monster. Doesn't he look fabulous? He really does. All right, so I think I'm ready to paint. What do you think? I think I'm ready. Maybe I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a very close zigzag line there. Yep. Oh, I like that for now. All right. Well, that one's a little colored in more. Let's get them kind of even. There we are. All right. Now, I'm going to start with the background first. My background color. Have to decide on the monster color. So let's see what we have here. All right, well, it looks like I could use some red violet. I like red violet. I think that would go real well with orange. What do you think? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so here we go. Dip our brush in, touch the side, go round and round on the orange. Ooh, this orange, someone mixed that up with another color. Let's get it clean first. Clean it, wiggle squiggle, wipe on the side. There we go, because we don't want it dripping across our painting. So here we go, round and round we go until we know it's nice and juicy, because it is watercolor paint, so it needs to be juicy. And then I come right up here next to that line and then wiggle squiggle. And next to this line and wiggle squiggle. Do, 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 do. This is my background color to my line monster. All right, we need a little more water. Dip, touch, because it got a little too dry. Brush, brush. And right along and along and over. Now make sure when you're painting somewhere safe, that the people you live with know what you're doing and kind of where you are. Dip, touch, brush, brush. At my house, the kids always used the kitchen table because that was a safe place. That way, if they spilled something, it was easy to clean it up. And we just keep going. We also need to make sure that we do these little pieces down here because this is a really big close-up portrait of a monster. Very big close-up portrait of our lovely monster. So there he is. So we've made sure that we have painted the entire background. Now, when we paint the rest of this, we really have to stop and think for a moment. So do we want to paint the eyes? No way. Do we want to paint his little tooth? No way. So what we're going to do now that we're changing colors, we need to really give it a good cleaning. So put your brush in, scrape the bottom, wiggle, squiggle, wipe the side, and repeat. So we jump in again, tickle, wiggle, woo, right there at the bottom, wiggle, squiggle, wipe, and there we are. Okay, now you notice that the water turned orange too, but we're not paying much attention to that because when you're all done, you're going to pour it down the sink. So we're not worried about that. We're worried about our painting that's going to be saved. So then we come on over here, dip, touch, and what I tell everyone all the time, oh, this looks like regular old violet. You're right, I love violet. I go right around my eyes first. Right around those eyes first. That way I won't forget. And right around the eyes first. And then what was the other thing I was supposed to do? Oh, I know. Go around the tooth. Yep, I better do that too. Dip, touch, brush, go round the tooth. Now, as long as you didn't use black marker and you used either crayon or colored pencil, we can just like go crazy now. Stay in your lines. Try and keep it pretty consistent. I know it's hard with watercolor sometimes, but that's the fun in it. You're controlling the color. And we just paint it in. All right. So that ended up being red violet. Can't always tell when it's dry like that. So I think the red violet looks good with the orange. It's fairly consistent everywhere. But the one technique that I didn't really go over is that was constantly moving the brush up and down. I think that helps a lot in giving it some texture, which texture is another element of art that we will be talking about pretty soon here. Pretty soon. But it almost looks like he has little fur growing up. Now, when I look at this, I think to myself, huh, that does not look quite finished to me. I think the eye needs a little more work. So let's move this stuff out of the way. We had our paints, our water cup, our brush ready, and I have some loopy line stuff over here. Okay, we have some loopies. Ooh, maybe I could add that. No, I don't think that's gonna work. Maybe just a couple of wavy lines. I've already used the wavy line though. I know. I could add 2 straight lines and little circles on them. I don't know. I kind of like him the way he is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fill this in a little better. I think it looks neater that way. I was too excited to paint. Absolutely too excited to paint. Oh yeah, that definitely looks so much better. You know, you can always try one technique, and then if it doesn't work out, go to another. There we are. Oh, and let's add another one in there. Oh yeah. Definitely better. Good. Well, maybe I'll make them rounder. Oh yeah, I think I like that. There we go. Now I really want to add a little something to his smile. So maybe I'm going to go over that really thick. Now you got to make sure that your paper is pretty dry before you start going back into it. Oh yeah, I think that adds just a little bit more character to him. Right about there too. Oh yeah, just adds a little something in there. So I could make a really thick line if I wanted. Definitely, I think that thick line looks better for the mouth. And then I think I'm going to repeat the line up here for his eyebrow. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Just those little bits make him look so much more finished. Definitely. Maybe I'll add a little texture up in here for some fur. Oh yeah, there we go. Uh-oh, that one didn't write. Oops. A little fuzzy down there. Yep. A little thicker on the mouth. All right. I think I'm pretty happy with him. Oops, I guess I can't lift him up, can I? All right. Make sure that you put all of your tools away when you're done, and especially that brush. Always store your brushes upright in the empty cup if at all possible. That keeps all the bristles really nice. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Every once in a while, when you want it a little drier, you get that 5-fingered octopus. And then you dry it off. No, 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 don't do that. This is my brush, Fernanda, and she prefers it if you do not touch her hair. She does not like that at all. She also doesn't like to be down in the water because she feels like she can't get up for air. So you just put her in, wiggle, 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 like a little shampoo, and then wipe on the side. There we are. I think you'll like your monster project. I know I did. Now don't forget, you have all of these lines to choose from. You get to make the lines you want to make your monster. You can also pick whatever colors you like out of your tray. I usually tell the kids to stick with 2. I think it's easier to see the background, which is behind our monster, compared to what the monster is in the foreground or in the front. I think it's a beautiful portrait of a monster. So, art students, go have a happy day and make a monster. Bye-bye.